Good evening, everyone. I'm Katie Pratt. Thank you very much for joining us on your Wednesday night for Austin Now and choosing to spend your Christmas Eve with us. This is my first time doing the show, so bear with me as I figure out everything. But yeah, this is all unscripted. I wanted to start by looking at the weather. So here we go. There's a cute little graphic there. Yeah, no white Christmas in the forecast for Central Texans. Definitely going to be in above average temperatures for this time of year. We did warm up to about 80 degrees this afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be very warm going into the next few days. The forecast is pretty much copy, paste, repeat of what we saw today for actual Christmas Day. And then we'll go ahead and pull up these other graphics. So this is previous Christmas highs. 2024, we saw 60 degrees on Christmas Day. 2023, 57. Year before that, 54. 79 in 2021. 71, 2020, 2019, 69 degrees, 2018, 74, 2017, 55, 2016, 80 degrees, 2015, 70 degrees. So those are all the Christmas Day previous high temperatures, pretty much all over the place it seems like, but a lot of warm temperatures in there. Chief Meteorologist Scott Fisher, he's predicting another 80-degree day tomorrow, which would tie in with the second warmest high on record dating back to 1897. Dallas is also looking to potentially break records tomorrow. They're going to have their hottest day on record for Christmas is 82 degrees. So it seems likely that they will also set a record. We're probably not going to be far off from that number here either. Thursday, again, our high is in the 80s with our low in the upper 60s, so definitely going to want to trade those ugly Christmas sweaters for shorts. And then Friday, even warmer, another hot day Saturday, both humid as well. But as we head into next week, that's when a cold front is going to come through. So yeah, not going to be a cold Christmas like some of us were hoping, but we will get that cooler weather, which it's about time because we're almost into the new year, and 80 degrees, yeah, we could drop down to near freezing by Tuesday, so a drastic difference. Sunday is really when we're going to feel that change kind of switch over, though, because the highs, we're going to start out still in the 80s, but then the cold front is going to provide us with that cooler air, dropping us down into the lower 40s. So we'll go ahead and look at this other graphic that meteorologist Leslie London sent me to help me talk to you guys for 30 minutes straight. Warmest Christmas is 1951, 80 degrees, 1964, 80, 2016, 80, 1955, 90 degrees. So if you feel like this year is very warm for Christmas, you are correct. It could be record-setting. But for anyone who's complaining about having a hot Christmas, just to put things kind of in perspective, by turning to the West Coast, people are dealing with severe weather in Southern California. They're remaining under a dangerous flood and landslide threat there, prompted by a very rare high-risk forecast for tonight, according to NOAA. Sorry, I keep forgetting to switch back graphics. I'll go ahead and pull up a video, though, to show y'all kind of like what they're dealing with there. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, pretty intense mudslides. So yeah, if you're complaining about the hot Christmas here, thank goodness we're not dealing with that. But yeah, they've been getting slammed with just a series of storm rain, lots of rainfall, which has led to intense flooding over the past few days with even more dangerous flood threat for today. And it's not only the southern part of the state. Last weekend, Northern California and the LA Basin areas, they were just soaked as well. Meteorologists are really concerned about these landslides. They're happening mostly in the mountainous and hilly regions, which, as you may remember, they just got hit with all of those wildfires, so it's a lot of that same areas that are getting hit with these mudslides. It seems like they really can't catch a break lately. They've also got the chance for a few thunderstorms and a tornado or two along the coast from San Francisco to Los Angeles for Christmas. They've got snow, atmospheric rivers, tornadoes, mudslides, landslides, floods, just a lot going on right now with severe weather in California. The California governor, Gavin Newsom, he declared a state of emergency in, I believe, 6 different counties: Los Angeles, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, Shasta, and San Diego. So it's very widespread there. More than 41 million people are under advisories across Southern California, Southern Nevada, and then going into northwestern Arizona. They're all under flood advisories for today. So impacting a good deal of the region. They're dealing with a lot of severe weather for Christmas week. And then for anyone who plans on heading to California, expect travel delays. Looking earlier at FlightAware, they were averaging about, I believe it was like an hour delay. We could also see those cancellations as this weather continues to persist there. But speaking of travel, AAA is predicting that 2025's year-end travel is going to set records once again. An estimated 122 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles or more from their home over a 13-day period. That's the busy travel period starting at December 20th to New Year's Day. So the vast majority of travelers are going to travel by car, but AAA is expecting those airports to be busy as well. More than 8 million Americans are flying before the end of the year, and that's just for domestic travel numbers. That's not including international. The top 3 places people are going to actually are all in Florida, which is interesting. And then I'll go ahead and pull this up. Okay. Just so you don't have to stare at my face this whole time of me reading all this stuff off to you. Austin Bergstrom International Airport is asking people for domestic flights to arrive 2.5 hours before their flight and 3 hours ahead of time for international travelers. So yeah, that's pretty normal. They haven't had any significant delays there, but everyone looking to drive or see family, gas prices, they are down at the pump. I mean, great time, especially if you were too generous with your gift giving. Fuel costs are at a 4-year low for the holiday nationwide. So the national average is $2.85 for a regular gallon of unleaded fuel. Diesel is $3.89. About a dozen states are below the national average. Texas coming in at number 5 for the lowest cost to fill up your tank. We're right behind Oklahoma, then Iowa, Arkansas, Colorado. Oklahoma is sitting at $2.29 on average. Our state average is $2.46 per gallon. So not bad. We're about 17 cents behind them. I think we're about to go to break. I have to keep up with all of this, which is hard to do. But yeah, so not bad. So even if you aren't traveling, maybe go out and get some gas to save some money. Here we are tracking Santa. I'll check in on where he is throughout the show. Right now, he is headed for Bolivia. So yeah, very busy. This is his busiest day of the year, delivering presents to people all across the world. right, welcome back. Santa is now on his way to Ecuador. Look at him go. All right, well, looking back on the year, homicides in Austin, the Austin Police Department is reporting a significant decline in homicides this year. The most recent ones were earlier this week. I reported on that story. A grandson and grandfather actually got into an argument and ended up both shooting and killing one another on Monday evening. That happened in a southwest Austin neighborhood near Circle C. It was on O'Rourke Lane. The double homicide is being investigated as the 53rd and 54th homicide of 2025 in Austin. So when we're looking back in 2021, the number of homicides for that year was 90, right? And so we're sitting at 54 right now. The following year, 2022, it was 71. In 2023, there were 75 homicides just within the city of Austin, and last year we saw 71 again. So almost 20 fewer homicides this year compared to last, significantly down from 2021, especially when we saw 90. So that is a good thing to report. Also in San Antonio, the police department, they're asking for help in identifying human remains that were found in an empty field in the 7,000 block of Quintana Road. They did share pictures with us to try and help people identify them. We'll go ahead and show those to you. It'll load. Okay, so here is the first photo. Says University of Houston on it. It's a t-shirt that's obviously very dirty. They're hoping that somebody can maybe identify, but this is found north of Southwest Military Drive in San Antonio. Let me pull up the other photo. There's also this one as well. It's a jacket. And then I've got two more photos. Hold on. So we've got this photo also. And then this one too. So they are asking for help if anyone recognizes these clothing or anything like that. The medical examiner's office determined that the human remains were those of a man, possibly Hispanic, between the ages of 25 and 48 years old. He was about 5 feet 7 inches tall. So if you recognize the clothing, you are asked to call the San Antonio Homicide Unit. And then now we will go to a more interesting video, or at least I think so. Sorry, I gotta pull all this up. Okay. So this was actually in North Texas. Police were working to identify two men who tried to steal an ATM by dragging it with a metal cable today. It's pretty good footage that they captured. It was at a 7-Eleven. White Settlement PD is the one who's handling the case in Dallas area, so we'll go ahead and show you this. Yeah, pretty crazy video. So you see the suspects, they walk in to the gas station and then they attach the metal cable to the machine, the ATM machine, and at the other end of the cable is a stolen SUV. They stole it about an hour before this video was captured. The result, a trail of destruction through that gas station. Police did find the stolen ATM a few miles away. They believe that the suspects lost it during their getaway efforts. The vehicle was also abandoned by suspects, so seemed like they didn't get away with much, just caused a horrible headache for whoever owns that 7-Eleven gas station. But yeah, detectives say they either ran away or got picked up by another vehicle, and they're now working with neighboring agencies to learn if this is connected to similar cases, which I find interesting because I have not seen anything like this. That is pretty intense. Other Texas news, the new law that was set to go into effect on January 1st has been put on pause. Federal judges temporarily blocked Senate Bill 2420 that aimed to put safeguards online for children, specifically like social media and the App Store. App stores would have had to have some sort of age verification process and then require a parent's permission before downloads on in-app purchases or in-app purchases. So they'd have to get their parents' permission before they could buy stuff or download apps. The U.S. District Judge Robert Pittman, he ruled that the law violated the First Amendment. Supporters feel like it's necessary to safeguard children and protect them online, but the Attorney General, Kim Paxton, he's expected to appeal that decision. Let's go back to Santa because it's almost time for our next break. Hold on. He is on his way to Colombia now. That man can move. Look at him go. Welcome back to Austin Now. We are still tracking Santa. He is on his way to Jamaica right now. Thank goodness for Santa. Okay. Back to local news, but Waterloo Records, one of the most iconic vinyl record shops in Austin, they're relocating under new ownership. They've been open since 1982, so more than 4 decades. Waterloo Records, they're only moving 5 blocks away, but the new store is supposed to have better parking, more square footage. It'll be bigger, so they plan on hosting more live performances and events and things like that. It's also supposed to have more features like a cafe. There's going to be a podcast studio, a gold record room. They haven't given us a set date, but I believe it's going to be sometime in the spring is what they were saying. And then also another funny video, since we're ending, we'll leave you on a lighthearted note, if I can find it. But yeah, I remembered where it was. Okay, wait. I'm not good at this. I apologize, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
All right, buddy.
You're
Let's go say
banana with a greasy black heel.
I don't believe in the canine. Come on, now you're gonna get back.
Mr. Grinch.
Last chance. I don't believe in the canine. Come on.
An empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot.
Hello, Hutto. I'm Chief Yarbrough, and I want you to know that we will still have a Merry Christmas because we didn't allow the Grinch to steal Christmas in Hutto. He learned today from Rocket's Red Glare that if you commit a crime in Hutto and run from the police, you'll just go to jail tired. Merry Christmas to all from the Hutto Police Department.
You're a mean one.
Okay. I hope there was audio to that because it was pretty funny. But that was the Hutto Police Department. They shared that video of officers catching the thief in the act, the Grinch, because obviously he stole Christmas. But yeah, I thought that was really funny because of the canine dog taking his job very seriously, and he was legitimately biting and attacking the Grinch. His clothing looked pretty padded, so hopefully he was okay. A lot of police departments do funny Grinch stories arresting them and everything, but that one was definitely a good one in my opinion. And then San Marcos Police Department, another positive news story. They had a record year of giving. They gifted more than 1,700 toys to local children this Christmas. It's all a part of the department's annual Blue Santa campaign. But yeah, this year, San Marcos PD set a record for the most donations in 5 decades, and they wanted to thank the community for making it all possible. And we'll talk about this, why not? A new survey from Talker Research, they're revealing the top holiday movies Americans love to hate. Mine, personally, is The Elf. I feel like it's overhyped and everyone just loves that movie. It's not bad, but like, I don't know. Ranking number 1 is Home Alone 3, which is the film without Kevin McAllister. Second place is Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from the year 2000. And then taking third in the love to hate category is The Polar Express. Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. Followed by Arnold Schwarzenegger's 1996 Jingle All the Way. And ranking 5th, Christmas with the Cranks. Pretty interesting. I'm running out of papers of things to talk to you guys about. But yeah. that's the news of the day. Coming up at 9, Brianna Carroll's our sole reporter tonight. She's talking about last minute Christmas shopping and kind of checking in with people around the area to see what they're buying and what they're doing last minute. I know ABIA was doing gift wrapping for people. I thought about going, but it ended earlier in the day, so I didn't get a chance to stop by. I still need to wrap my presents, but I didn't feel like buying gift wrap paper just for like one thing. I always use gift bags, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Should we check back in on Santa? Because why not? This man, he's going places. But thanks for watching Austin Now with me. Sorry it was chaotic. Trying to figure out what I'm doing. Thank goodness for Santa to guide us through. He's in Cuba right now. 1 minute, 9 seconds away. Alec will be back soon. Hopefully we'll see next week when Austin Now picks up, and I'll be filling in anchoring. Scripted, of course, tomorrow and Friday, so tune in. 5, 6, 9, and 10, I'll be there. I'll talk to you about actual news and not filling time. It'll be better. Have a good night, and Merry Christmas Eve, everyone.